As you know, we're always looking for something new because you are always looking for something new. And I'm delighted to share with you some cosmic shimmering watercolors that from our friends at Creative Expressions. Now, Creative Expressions is in England. Hi, Lizanne, who is the owner. And she has shown us these, and the design team has flipped.
These are iridescent watercolor paints. They are mica-based,
Right.
which gives it that beautiful shimmering shine. There are 5 sets of some gorgeous colors.
And we're about to show you what you can do with them.
Come play with us.
And da-da-da-da, here they are, all 5 of them.
We have Carnival, Antique Shades, and Christmas.
And metallics are right here. And this, I told you I'd say
Summer
it.
Garden.
Thank you, Summer Garden. I forgot what it was.
There are 12 colors in each set.
And you know, on the package that it comes in, the bag that it comes in, iridescent watercolor, as British spell watercolor,
Right.
they've added an extra U, so just another thing. And they do tell you on the back that these do have the mica in them. Now, mica is a naturally occurring element, a mineral,
Right.
and that's what's giving it the shine and the shimmer.
Right. I'd actually like to open one up and really show you what it's like. You open it up from the front like this, has this nice protective plastic coating, and when you remove that, look at those paints.
Yes, they're just gorgeous.
They just shimmer and shine. The little bubbles you see, that's just part of the process. It's a naturally occurring element, and so you're going to get that. But these work very nicely with water, very simply, and you can even use the lid as a palette. I've done that as well.
Nice.
So that's a nice
Okay.
feature.
And it's nice that it kind of keeps everything together,
Right.
so it's nice and tidy.
These are gorgeous combinations too, and so nice. They play off each other very
Okay,
well.
let's get to the project.
Okay.
Now, our first one is from one of our colorist books. This happens to be Feathered Friends, and you can see this little bird. And as you get in closer, hopefully you can see that shimmer. I can see, yeah, there you go. I can see it
Right.
here in person beautifully.
Kind of the nice thing, and I'll let you know, when you start painting with these, you might not see the shimmer right away, but as soon as it dries, the water sort of goes away and that shimmer really starts to pop.
Good to know.
This is just really simple to do. The colorist is in a book. It's got lots of beautiful images in there for coloring or painting. I've got a paintbrush. This is the one we have in the catalog. It's a nice fine tip paintbrush. We also have a water brush, which is perfect for this. And probably I want to have the paints. Hey, here they are.
Which set is this?
This is the Carnival set. So these are the
Okay.
brightest of all the colors. We'll pull off that little plastic piece and just set it up there. And you just add a little bit of water. I found that they kind of work better with a little more water than with less. So I like to add the water right on there, get it kind of puddled on there, and then you can start painting with it. And I'm going to start right around here. So move where you can see it and just start painting. And it's fun to paint with them. You're really going to get a nice effect of adding that. You can stay within the lines on the colorist pretty nicely. And maybe you can see the shimmer, but really you're going to see it when it dries. And I love the vibrant colors, especially with this set. It has a nice vibrant colors, but you see how smooth it is? And this isn't watercolor paper, it's just colorist cardstock. Well, I think you can see the shimmer right away.
Yeah, I think so.
So just beautiful.
So it's not going, just want to turn it over.
Okay.
It's not going through, it's
not.
staying on the top of it. Oh, there you can really see the shimmer.
Right.
There you go. So
I was just reminding, I'm looking at it and remembering there's a little bit of effect I want to tell you that Lene used with this. She used the orange, and you do have to get it a little bit wet first because these are dry paints to begin with. And dry little
so you have to soften
pads.
them a little
right.
bit. Okay.
You get that orange, and she went around the edges with a little orange like so. And then to do the rest of the background, she got yellow. So I'm getting yellow, a little bit wet here. Move that around. Make sure you clean your brush really well. I am sort of mixing colors a little bit. And then if you get enough water in with that, you can blend them together. and pull that color out so you can
Okay.
blend them. You don't want to wait too long.
Yeah, because you don't want it to dry.
Right, but you can, and then the rest of it was yellow. I just thought that was a nice technique.
Okay, so here it is on Lene's card, as
Right.
you can see, and she went all the way around the edge of that label that's kind of housing that little bird as it peeks out there.
I love that she did the little extra artwork flowers individually and foam taped them
there
in
they
place.
are. And hello is there. She did that with dazzles. And on the inside, did one of the other, because in the colorist books, as you may know, not only is there the artwork, but there's the little bird, but there's also extra artwork for labels and greetings so that you can add that to your finished projects.
And there's just some dazzles used on there, just a little note with the dazzles, and so
Works
cute. I
quite
love that just
beautifully.
hanging down from there. So beautiful.
So you don't have to be intimidated by watercolors. It's okay.
It's okay, and you don't have to just do cards.
Right, you can do scrapbook pages, my
Yay.
friends. Here we have this, and this has been done on some Color Me paper. Boy, look at that.
Isn't
You
that
can really
beautiful?
see that shimmer.
Right.
How gorgeous is that?
This
Well, let me
is
show you the
yeah,
papers.
go ahead.
This is Color Me. This is the chocolate flowers. These are available individually, and you'll see that in the gallery. So this one was used, as well as the labels and borders. And again, this is the chocolate one.
Right.
It does come in a package. I'm not sure if we still have it in the package or if we have them individually.
These were done with bulk though, so
Okay,
but maybe you
individually?
can get them in the package as well. And then very quickly, so these are the Color Me papers, and it's just the same technique. I've got the water brush, and you can just start
Now, what
coloring
set is
in.
this?
This is the antique shades.
Okay, so these are not going to be like the carnival.
Right.
These are going to be more muted down.
A little bit more muted, but still some beautiful shades in there.
And I see
just
copper
paint them
in
on.
there, too.
Yeah, and that's what I've grabbed. I've grabbed the copper. Now, remember, if you add more water, you can get these watered down a little bit more, and they'll be a little bit more translucent. So you
Okay.
can make them a more translucent, or you can make it darker
They're
the
pretty
way
translucent.
I'm
I
doing.
mean, I see those dots inside the
Right.
hexagon that you're painting.
And then right away you're going to see that shine when it
Yeah.
dries. That the shine, like I said, it really seems to settle on the top of the paint.
Look at
Okay.
the ruler that was done.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that fun? And that's on that sheet. Hopefully you saw it. If you didn't, I'll bring it back in.
One of
That's
the elements
labels
on
and
there,
borders.
right.
There's the tag that you started doing and just did a wash up into the top part. Fun to have a photo there. And then on the all over flowers, just really coloring in the flowers, and very forgiving in that you can just go over the brown area. It's just going to resist this coloring. The coloring is going to seep into the papers.
And if you need to, you can wipe it off with a paper towel off of the embossing on that paper.
And then that's what you mentioned. These additional flowers were colored and attached right there, as you can see. So really, it's nice that sometimes in some of the techniques, I feel like scrapbookers get left out. And it's really nice to see that this watercoloring trend can really apply to scrapbookers easily, very easily.
And I think it would be fun to do something like this. You're not going to maybe fill your entire scrapbook with this, but this would be nice in a frame. And maybe you could do this every few months, make a new one, change it out, putting it something new.
And that frame, we happen to have that available for you too. Interesting. Now we're going to head over to Christmas, and we're going to explore that set.
So that is the Christmas set. Let me see. I think, and they call it the Christmas set because it's got a nice green, it's got a red, which
silver,
I said
gold,
separately, silver and gold, a little bit of pewters in there or something. Anyway, absolutely beautiful
Very
set.
pretty. Now this is using, so you can really see that shimmer on the stamp set, but let me just show you the other things that were used. We have the center step card, which is one of our design team's most favorite go-to cards.
Oh yeah.
And this is home for the holidays. And this has lots of elements that you can build exactly like this card demonstrates.
And how fun is that? So Susan did the stamping, and then she just started coloring in with that Christmas set. I love if you can turn it down a little bit so we can see the little snowdrifts that she made. She just cut some little art shapes very simply, and then she's got the tree on the car, and she's got the snowman hiding back there.
And you can see that gold shimmering as well as on the house.
She even painted the edges of those snowdrifts down at the bottom so they'd stand out a little bit. I'm sure she used a little of the silver there.
Beautiful.
Isn't that fun?
Just very, very fun. And this is on a patterned paper. There we've got Santa and the sleigh. There's no place like home for the holidays.
So it is covering enough. The paint is covering enough to be able to use it on patterned paper and make it show up. So
good point.
Easily done.
So you can see the trees, the lamppost.
What do we have on the
many
inside?
things. On the inside, we have a Merry Christmas that's part of the stamp set. Very cute.
That's a little car. That's fun.
Yes, very. Boy, you really see the reflection there.
So the Christmas set can be used on a Christmas card. Of course, you can use those great colors on any card.
We don't restrict them being used on non-Christmas things. Do what you want. Yeah, just like you always would. Look at this.
Isn't that gorgeous?
This is quite amazing.
It's absolutely beautiful. So dazzles used to paint in. Okay.
This is Floral Fantasy dazzles. These are the larger dazzles.
The scrapbooking dazzles.
Wow.
And
Look
very
at that.
simply place them right onto cardstock. This was cut out afterwards, so we were able to foam tape it up above and then just paint it in. And I think that was, let's see, I think that was done with the Summer Garden. I'm not quite sure. Which
the gallery
set,
will tell you.
Which set? Okay,
Looks like it.
I think it was Summer Garden. There's some nice blues in there.
Bring them in.
If I might be wrong. Yeah, there's greens, there's blues, and they
Purples.
look dark on here, but they're nice on that white cardstock. They
Wow,
really
that's
pop.
gorgeous. So again, just like the Color Me, the dazzle will resist the watercolor, so that you don't have to worry about just getting in perfectly
over the edges.
Right.
It just sort of holds that in there.
And it looks like you do the blending as you talked about, so that's gorgeous. This is also using the design tool number 3. So to create that great big label and also the edge down here.
That border piece.
And this is one piece on the front of the card, and then on the inside using the tag shape that's right here to create that large one. And look at those dazzles, they are just beautiful.
Gorgeous. And so you've got the shimmer and shine of that mica based paint combined with that pearl, those pearl dazzles, and they're just beautiful.
Boy, that gives a whole new look, doesn't it?
It does.
Now you can also do this. Now with this one, we've brought in not only a different type of card, but we've also brought in a stencil.
Right.
And you can see that the mannequin has been used over here.
It's also been used for the word beauty, but I'd kind of like to open it up so you can really see how it's been used in this case.
A frame pop-out card, so this is a die-cut card. And as I open this, you will see this label pop right out. And this can stand up just like so.
Can stand up like so. And it's got that beautiful frame on the center, and it's really showcasing what's been done with the paints combined with the embossing paste.
Okay.
I want to show you how I did that.
So this is using the white embossing paste.
Just regular white embossing paste. You're not maybe going to be able to see. I'm hoping you can see this if I turn it this way. So I placed the stencil, used the mini squeegee with the embossing paste over it so I can get that look, remove the stencil, and here's what you have. It is, I did leave the beauty in place for this one, but when I did it on the card, you can also mask it off.
You just put Post-its or stencil tape over everything else.
To mask off the other areas. So now we've got this in place. Now if we bring the card back for just a second, the dress form, you can see in the body of the dress, you can see that it's all one color. And I didn't want to have to go individually and just go around all of these embossed areas. So I painted that entire centerpiece first with one color before I did the details. I did this
so
with
you weren't
the
worried
carnival.
about covering everything with the gold.
That's right.
You just did that. Okay.
And it's kind of an interesting. I don't know if you call it gold or what you call that. I kind of don't know. Platinum, maybe.
Maybe
Platinum.
Yeah,
so
it
I've
is
got
kind
the
of.
water brush. So it's pretty well loaded with water, and I started with that first. And I'm just really simply going to show you that I painted that background first. So I want lots of water on there. And so just paint in that background, and you can go right over the embossing paste when you do so. Go right over it. And then, so you've got that nice layer of paint, and it's really shimmery in the background. Once you're done with that, and I'm going to clean this off a little bit. These collapsible cups, by the way, we sell these. These are
No,
really,
we don't anymore.
Oh, darn it.
I think we're out.
Well, okay.
You might check, though.
I like them a lot. I use it on here all the time.
I guess not enough people do.
Okay, so then you can start painting on top of those details once that's dry, and that's very simple to do too. And you just go around, and I did a combination of going on with a purple around the edges.
Now, right now, you're
so.
going on the paste. On the dried paste.
I'm staying on top of the embossing paste, and then after I did some of the purple, I'm washing my brush off camera, then I added some of the pink, and I blended them together so that you can see it. You can blend them together even on top of that, and it's picking up the purple, it's combining those colors a little bit.
Which is fine.
Right, I'm going to wash my brush off again, and then I'm going to pick up one of the lighter pinks and start adding that in. So you can really add them in and blend them as you go along.
Oh, nice.
And it works perfectly.
Now, when you wiped this, you rinsed it off, then you did it onto paper towel.
Right.
And then brought it back.
It's kind of hard to
do.
see when we're here like this, but it's there. Then I'm cleaning it on the paper towel, and I'm picking up another color. And I like that nice bright pink too. And you can really layer these colors too. You can layer them, you can blend them.
It doesn't look like you had any trouble just staying on the embossing paste, the dried paste.
Not really. I mean, I'm looking at it.
You're being careful.
I'm not looking away. I'm pretty much looking at it. And if I do get it down onto the white in the background a little bit of water, you can pick up some of that. Not a lot, but you can pick up a little bit of that and clean it up a bit.
So you've done the entire piece that way, going right, almost all of it was on top of the paste, but the difference is right in the center of the dress form.
And then I added those details later. So I did this without the word beauty, and then I journaled on this portion of the paper. And for these paper patterns, with those pop-up cards, there is a downloadable paper pattern online for cutting those pieces and getting those.
And then you just tore one of them. So the way that this reads, yeah, you wanted to talk about
and
beauty.
And I did the beauty separately in the same way. And the background, first I painted in that sort of a platinum look that we were talking about, and there you can really see the shine. And I pasted it first, I painted over it, and then I colored each one of those individually and blended it together.
Neat.
Tore the edges to get that look. So inner beauty is an outward reflection.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very pretty. What a special card.
Yeah, it's fun.
Wow.
Okay, and now for something completely different.
And speaking of special cards, look at this gorgeous card. Now this must be done with the metallics. Absolutely have to be done.
Absolutely done with the metallics, and it's only used in the background. You don't have to worry about fussy painting. It's very simple.
Fussy painting,
You can do a bunch of these and get the one that you want and use it in this way.
This is gorgeous. Okay, show me.
Okay, very simple. You don't want to show the inside first?
Oh, okay.
Let's do that.
Here we have.
Because what else have we used on here?
We've used the Hello Ferns cutting die, and this has been cut out of black suede paper. We've got the Hello, that is also part of the cutting die, also cut out of the suede. And then on the inside, another piece. So definitely when you do this, do several pieces at one time. And then another of the ferns. This is just the most elegant card. Something else that's really nice is this can be masculine or feminine.
Oh, sure.
And that's really a treasure to have. So, wow.
Okay.
I love it.
Now here's how we did it.
Okay.
Craft sheet.
Okay.
Very important. Now, so I've got the metallic paints, I've got a paintbrush and water, and I'm going to start by putting the paint onto the craft sheet. I'm scribbling it on, I'm wetting my brush, cleaning it a little bit, scribbling on a different color.
So how many did you use?
I don't know.
Okay.
You know what? It kind of, I
whole
kind of felt
bunch?
like I didn't use the red yet, because the red I used for a special. I wanted some of the silver, I wanted some of that brass, and some of the gold. And I think it kind of, you know, it all works out in the wash kind of at the end.
Okay.
Make sure that you have enough paint on there so it's really going to pop. Okay, and I want to,
Which it never looks like it has enough paint, because of course it's bubbling up on the craft sheet. So.
And I'm doing it quickly, but I'm trying, there, okay. So I should have enough on there.
So you've got a surface.
If you want to, you can add a little bit water. If any of it is drying, add a little bit of water.
Spritz it on.
Right, spritz it on. Black cardstock. I'm placing it in one place and I'm pressing it down. And that's my first bit. Okay, if I want it to look, if I want more paint, if I want to move it around, turn it and do it again.
So this is what we used to do with the distress ink pads.
Sure.
Right.
And there you go. You get some really interesting looks.
Oh, Gail,
there it is.
That.
Isn't it beautiful? It's almost like a galaxy or something. But one more step.
One more step.
I'm going to add some water to, I spilled water everywhere.
You did.
And I'm
You don't have to follow that part.
I have a skewer, or you can use the handle of another paintbrush. Get lots of red paint on there.
Because you're just going to hit it?
Well, okay, you can do that, but I'm going to show you the way. I use a skewer. I don't think I can get quite as effect. Okay. Because it's kind of, the paint can be a little thick. And I run the brush off of the end of it.
This is the
red, and I'm using this to spatter it. It gets some nice little red spatters on there. And and that's why I didn't put red on the craft sheet, because I wanted to add those little highlights. See what that does?
I like that.
That's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Let me get the water very quickly while you're looking at that.
Look at that. She's cleaning up underneath us, folks. That is amazing. Just amazing. And although that is black cardstock, that's where that saturated color of the black suede comes in. It's just a deeper, richer.
Right. Black suede is darker than black cardstock.
Yeah. It's richer. It's a richer
look. And now that's why it's perfect with those cutting dies on top of there.
Wow.
And I love the hello with it. I mean, that's a beautiful hello.
And not hard to do.
No, and if you do this in a bigger piece, do this with a 1.5 inch piece more, and then you can just cut off and place that piece on the inside.
Right. Wow.
So, some amazing uses. I'm going to grab these paints back in to these beautiful paints.
So there are 5 of them. Going to be a tough choice, but
or get all of them, because there are some wonderful colors, and I love that they go together. If you get Summer Garden, you're getting these pastel purples, blues, greens, so you can do flowers.
And you get the variety, the shades.
Right.
So that's what works beautifully. Or now these are not inexpensive. I do want to tell you that we do have a money saver for you today, but they'll go a long way, and as you can see, there are just so many things you can do with them, and you're going to have a good time.
And they make a beautiful impact.
They do.